Sure to have some more issues, of course. I wouldn't want it any other. Oh, there we go. Issues again. Hey, everybody. Spokane Steve here, and it's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I'm having all kinds of issues here. Let me try something now. So, that's still not going to work. Okay. I cannot get my smart TV, suddenly will not connect to the Wi-Fi. Both of the laptops have Wi-Fi. My phone has Wi-Fi. Smart TV, nothing, which is really pissing me off because I want to watch the Rickwood game today. Anyway, there's still plenty of time to deal with that. I filled out a complaint, whatever, service inquiry with my internet provider. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we got a ball game to play here. And there's Kenyon and there's Kelly. 222, Kenyon. Room 222. We were talking about that fairly recently. We move on to May 13th on the schedule. First game on that date is the Boston Red Sox at the California Angels. Jerry Stevenson will take the mound for the Red Sox. Dean Chance for the Angels. Very contrasting cards here. Stevenson, not a good card. Chance with an excellent card. Belying the record of 12-17, a 3.08 in real life. Let's check the replay numbers here. Stevenson's 1-2 with a respectable 4.21 ERA so far. For Dean Chance, 3-3 with a 4.13. So on the replay numbers, they're pretty evenly matched, even though the cards are not. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into the lineups, some of the stats, and we'll get this one underway. For the Red Sox, Rico Petrocelli will lead off at shortstop. Dalton Jones is back at second base, this time batting second. Carl Yastrzemski in left field hits third. George Scott at first base is the cleanup man. Tony Conigliaro in right field hitting fifth. George Thomas, the center fielder, bats sixth. Joe Foy down at third hitting seventh. Mike Ryan will do the catching and bat eighth. Stevenson, the pitcher, hitting ninth. For the Angels defensively, Bob Rogers is back behind the dish. Joe Adcock will get the start at first today with Knopp and Fregosi up the middle and Shaw at third. And an outfield buff to right of Reichart, Cardinal, and Willie Smith. Willie Smith, I believe, getting his first start of the season. Let me look at him here. Yeah, he's been in 4 games, 4 at-bats, 2 for 4. So for Willie Smith, the first start of the season, believe me, I'm humbled to have 222. But to me, more importantly than the 222 are the 10 to 20 that hang out with me every afternoon, keep me company. That's what I really enjoy. You guys right here. Okay, we're ready to get this one going. Chance is ready. Petrocelli steps in, batting .280 on the season. 3 homers, 11 RBIs, and here we go. The pitch from Chance. 4-5 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right field. That's going to be Smith. So Willie Smith getting his first start of the year, wastes no time getting his first defensive chance. And he catches that fly ball for out number 1. Here's Dalton Jones now playing second base. Jones comes in just 3 for 21 on the season, does not have an RBI, left-handed hitter. Chance with the pitch, it's a 3-4 right-handed, and there's a single for Dalton Jones. So Jones with a 1-out single. Not a threat to run. not a threat to steal, I should say. 15, runner. Chance, of course, with a +7 hold, terrible hold. Rogers -2 arm brings that down to a 5, but still Jones would be an 18. However, he's got the 8 and 9 automatic caught. And there's the catch-22 right there. So here's Yastrzemski with the runner on first and 1 out. Yaz hitting just .245 so far, 4 home runs, leads the ball club in RBIs with 16. Chance from the stretch now. The pitch to Yaz, 4-8 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Chance strikes out Yastrzemski. That's a star power matchup for sure right there. And here's George Scott. Scott hitting .260, 7 home runs and 15 runs batted in. The 7 home runs leads the ball club. Chance from the stretch. The pitch to Scott, 4-7 right-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. Jones will take second, and the Red Sox will have first and second, 2 away, and Tony Conigliaro coming to the plate. Tony C. batting .265, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Chance. It's going to be a 5-9 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So 2 Ks for Dean Chance in the inning. For the Red Sox, no runs, a hit, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Boston nothing, California coming to bat. This is the first of a 4-game series between these two clubs. Boston comes in at 11 and 13. California at 9 and 16. Just a half a game now ahead of the Yankees for the cellar position in the American League. And as Stevenson gets ready to work, I'll give you the Angels lineup. Jim Fregosi moved to the leadoff spot at shortstop. Bobby Knopp at second, batting in the 2 spot. Willie Smith, as previously mentioned, getting his first start of the season in right field. He'll bat third. Rick Reichard in left hits cleanup. Joe Adcock gets a start today at first base. He'll bat 5th. Bob Rogers is back in the lineup in the 6th spot of doing the catching. Jose Cardinal in center moved down to the 7th spot. Shaw, the 3rd baseman, hitting 8th, and Chance, the pitcher, bats 9th. For the Red Sox, Mike Ryan behind the dish. Scott at first. Jones and Petrocelli up the middle with Joe Foy at third, and the outfield left to right of Yaz, Thomas, and Tony C. Okay, Stevenson's ready to go to work now. Jim Fregosi steps into the right-handed batter's box, batting .276, 3 homers, a dozen RBIs so far. Stevenson into the windup. Pitch to Fregosi's a 5-7 right-handed, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to Fregosi. Jim, a star 16 stealer. Stevenson, even worse than Chance, with a +9 hold. Ryan with a 0, so that would make Fregosi the most it can be at 20. Held on, he's an 18, and that's just too much to resist. He's got to try for that. 2 through 5 or 12. 5, he's got the lead. The pitch to Knopp. There goes Fregosi. Ryan's throw on an 18, and he's in there by the skin of his teeth on an 18. Oh my goodness. Stolen base, Jim Fregosi. So Fregosi steals it. It's his 2nd stolen base of the year. And here's the next pitch to Knopp. 4-8 right-handed, ball 4, he walks him. So Stevenson with early control issues here. He's walked the first 2 men. And here's Willie Smith now. Smith just 2 for 4 on the season so far, all as a pinch hitter. Now in the lineup for the first time, left-handed hitter. Let's look at his card since he's in the lineup for the first time. He batted just 185 in 195 at-bats. 1 home run. Not much going on there at all. Most of his success, of course, what success there was, came against right-handed pitching. Ryan flashing the signs now. Stevenson set from the stretch. Pitch to Willie Smith as a 6'9's lefty swung on and missed, strike 3. So Smith overmatched here by Stevenson, and with 1 away, it'll be Rick Reichart batting. Reichart batting .297, 7 home runs, which would place him among the league leaders, and 13 RBIs. Both good points, Kenyon. Stevenson terrible, and the Angels do have to push it. They're batting .224 as a team. So here's Reichart, first and second, 1 away. Pitch from Stevenson. That's a 5-12 right-hander. It's a grounder to second base X. But remember, that's Dalton Jones today at 4E34. Hold your breath on this play. Here's the roll for the play. On a 9, it's the error rating. We've got a 10 on a 34, and Jones boots it. Error, Jones, and the bases are loaded. So E4, Knopp down to second. Fregosi will take third. And that's going to bring up Joe Adcock. Adcock with good power. Granted, he was in the twilight of his career at this point, but still presents prodigious power. He's hitting .273, just 6 for 22, but 2 of those 6 hits are home runs. So here he is with the bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Infield at double play depth now. Full windup, and the pitch to Adcock on a 4-8. He walks him to force in a run. The third walk of the inning issued by Stevenson. Holy crap. And now Mike Ryan's headed out to the mound. 3 walks in the inning and an error. And Stevenson in all kinds of trouble in the early going here. Bob Buck Rogers steps to the plate, a switch hitter. He'll bat left-handed against Stevenson. Rogers on the season, hitting just .158. He does have 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Okay, they're set now. Stevenson staring in. Full windup, infield bat. Pitch to Rogers, a 5-7 left-handed, and that is ripped into the right center gap, and that's going to go for extra bases. In is Knopp to score. In is Reichart to score. Adcock will stop at third on a 2-run double by Buck Rogers. And the Angels' lead is now 3-0. Action already quickly in the Boston pen. Holy cow. Let's see who it is down there. It looks like it's Dan Osinski, the right-hander, throwing. Yep, it's Osinski down there. And greetings to Frank. It is a wonderful day, isn't it? Summer has arrived here in Spokane. Currently 74 and sunny with a high expected in the low 80s today. Mookie's asleep on his perch. Wait, let's look at Adcock again. What if he was facing a lefty, right? Holy cow. Bang, 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 bang. He still has pretty good power against righties, but nothing like he has against lefties. You don't even want a lefty facing that card. Reminds me of Dick Allen. Not nearly as good, of course. That Allen card, one of the all-time best cards against left-handed pitching ever in the history of Strat-O-Matic. So trailing by 3, still only 1 away. The Red Sox are going to have to pull the infield in here with just 1 out. Second and third, and Cardinal the batter. Cardinal hitting just .195 on the season. 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Stevenson trying to get it together here now. The pitch to Cardinal is a 3-6 right-hander. It's a grounder to short B with the infield in. Let's take a look at that. Ground ball B, infield in. Second and third. Batter is safe. Leading runner is out. So they get the runner at the plate. The infield in pays off. So that's going to go 6-2 for the force. That'll force Adcock. Rogers to third, Cardinal to first. But with 2 away, at least a glimmer of hope of getting out of the inning, right? And here's Paul Shaw. Shaw hitting .237, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. I tell you, if first base was open, I'd put him on right now and pitch to Chance. But they're going to pitch to him. Stevenson's set now from the stretch. The pitch to Shaw is a 3-6, and he walks him to reload the bases. So anyway, I was talking about the intentional walk, possibly. He walks him anyway. And now with the bases loaded and 2 out, here's Dean Chance as the Angels bat around in the first inning. Chance, a right-handed hitter, 1W. Osinski about ready down there. I'd have to think if Stevenson can't get the pitcher out, he's going to be looking at an early shower. Here's the pitch to Chance. 4-5, struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, if you're looking for the silver lining, for Jerry Stevenson, that is. 3 runs for the Angels on just 1 hit. 1 run unearned. And at the end of 1 inning of play, it's Angels 3, Red Sox nothing. Give me a second here. I'm going to refresh the screen. And welcome to Soboli. Looks like most of the gang's here today. I expect Franklin Long will pop in fashionably late, as usual, right? Okay, Chance staked to a 3-run lead, getting ready to go to work in the second. George Thomas will lead it off for Boston. Thomas batting .321, that's 9 for 28. 2 home runs, just 2 RBIs. Chance into the windup. Pitch to Thomas. 6-7 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Knopp. Gold Glover, 1E17. Ranges behind the bag. Here's the play on a 10. That's the E rating. Roll of 11 on an E17. And he makes a fine play. Twists and fires in time. What a play by Bobby Knopp. Holy cow. 4-3X. That's going to go as a web gem. Boy, if they had replay in 66, they'd be looking at that one again. And here's Joe Foy. Foy leading the club in batting at .333, 21 for 63. He has 4 home runs, which is tied for second on the team with Yastrzemski. I'm sorry, it's a 3-way tie. Yastrzemski, Canigliaro, and Foy all with 4. George Scott leads with 7. Chance into the windup. Pitch to Foy. 4-8 right-handed, and he walks him. Ball 4. Foy takes his base. Not a threat to steal. And here's Mike Ryan, the catcher. Ryan hitting just .125. No homers, 1 RBI. Ryan, a defense-first catcher. So different from today, right? I mean, in those days, if you were an up-the-middle player, you were primarily expected to field. Any hitting was a bonus. Nowadays, everybody has to hit. So here's Ryan with 1 down. Chance from the stretch. Pitch to Ryan is a 5-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3rd K for Dean Chance. And the batter will be Stevenson. Yeah, he's going to bat. It's early yet. Left-handed batter, 1W. Pitch from Chance on a 2-4. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Not surprisingly, down go the Red Sox in the second. And it's still 3-0. Oh, Frank, you humble me, sir. I thank you. Yeah, I think it's a bit too late. I'm not sure I could do that. I mean, Strat-O-Matic and real baseball, it's just apples and oranges, to be sure. But you put a big smile on my face anyway, and I thank you for that. Top of the order for the Angels, who batted around in the first plating three, mostly due to Stevenson's wildness. Fregosi walked, stole second, and came around to score. Stevenson hoping to settle down now as he goes into the windup. 4-3 right-handed. It's a base hit up the middle. And here we go again. The question now is, how long is Billy Herman going to stick with Stevenson? Fregosi held at an 18. He's going to try for the lead again. 2 through 5 and 12. 12, he's got the lead. Stevenson with the throw. He's stolen it. Second stolen base of the contest for Fregosi. And here's the next pitch to Knopp. 1-9 right-handed. That's a high fly ball to deep left field. That's down in the corner. Fregosi will come in and score. Knopp heading for third. He's in with an RBI triple. And it is 4-0. And here comes Herman. Stevenson hands him the ball, slowly walking back to the dugout with his head down. He's got to be disappointed in that performance. Here comes Osinski. That might be the quickest hook we've had this year. 1+. But clearly he has nothing today. 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 Ks, 4 runs so far. The runner on third is his. And here's Dan Osinski now. Let's look at his card, first of all. 3.61 in 67 innings. Ratio's not great, but hell, he's the long man at this point. He's decent anyway. Let's see what he's done in the replay. He's been in 7 games. He's 0-1. He does have a save and a rather high 5.14 ERA. He'll be facing Willie Smith here now, the runner at third and nobody out. Trailing by 4, Boston will pull the infield in. Oh my God, Kenya, that's frightening. This was his best season. I got to see how many innings he pitched now. Hang on a second. How long did they stick with this guy? Not very long, apparently. 66 innings. 11 starts. Okay, he made 11 starts. Let's take a look at this now. This was his 6th start of the replay. So the point being is we only have to endure 5 more starts out of Jerry Stevenson. Yeah, I know, man. For me, there's nothing like baseball in the old days. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy watching the game today. A lot of great players, but I long for the old days. I think most of us in this age group do, right? I mean, that's what brings us to Strat-O-Matic and other similar games, simulation games. Osinski ready to work to Smith. Smith struck out his first time up. That, of course, was against Stevenson. Infield in. That's going to be a 6-7 left-handed grounder to second base X, but that's Jones. Jones a 4E34. This is not helping matters any. Here's the play on the 19. How about that with the infield in? Jones throws home and gets the lead runner. Heads up play there by Dalton Jones. So a 4-2 force. And now the Angels have a runner at first and one out. And welcome Perry. Yeah, it's all one-sided as Stevenson crapped the bed, basically. No, there's no way to sugar it up any more than that. Here's Reichart now with one away. Smith not held from the stretch. Osinski delivers a 5-5, swung on and missed, strike three. So Osinski so far comes in and restores order. And here's Adcock. Adcock has power. Walked his first time up. Osinski from the stretch. That's going to be a 4-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike three. Oh my goodness, how about this Osinski? The Angels do get another run on 2 hits. They leave one. After 2 complete at the Big A in Anaheim, it's 4-0 Angels. Okay, that seems like enough for Dean Chance. Can he make it hold up? At least I feel like we have some semblance of the ball game again now with Stevenson out of there. We'll see what happens as we move along to the third. Ben's probably the youngest here, and he likes the old seasons. 60s and 70s for me. 80s were pretty good too. I'm doing an 82 Windows replay. Not on YouTube, but as a side project. To the third we go. It's top of the order for the Red Sox. Chance looking very sharp so far in the early going. Petrocelli 0 for 1. Chance into the windup now. Pitch to Rico is a 4-3 right-handed. That'll be a grounder to first base X. That will be Adcock, a 4-E5. Adcock to his right. Here's the play. It's the error range. The roll is a 9 on an E5, and he makes the play for the out, flipping to Chance covering. That'll go 3-1X, and there's one down. Here's Jones now. Made a heads-up play in the bottom of the second. Threw home and nailed Knopp with the infield in. Now 1 for 1. The only Boston hit of the day so far. Batting lefty. Chance comes into him 2-11. It's a grounder down to third base. Shaw has it. Over to Adcock. And 2 away quickly in the third. And here's Carl Yastrzemski now. Yaz 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. Chance staring in now. Pitch to Yaz on a 6-8 left-handed. Grounder down to first. Adcock will take this one himself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dean Chance. So again, the Angels come in at 9-16. And if they're looking to get well, they've got the right guy on the mound today, that's for sure. Osinski will come out again for his second inning of work, which also would be his first fatigue inning. He's only an R2. We'll see how long we can go with Osinski here, facing Rogers, Cardinal, and Shaw. Rogers doubled in a pair. He had the big blow in the first inning. Switch hitter batting lefty. Pitch from Osinski, a 3-7 right-handed. That is a base hit up the middle. A leadoff single for Rogers, and he's 2 for 2. Rogers actually not bad speed for a catcher. Osinski with a +1. He'd be a 14, but he's got that 9 automatic caught. And Cardinal will be the batter. Jose, what looks like a pretty good card to me. But again, he came into the game hitting just 195. So Cardinal trying to get his season on track. He's been moved down from the leadoff spot to 7th. Bill Rigney shuffling that lineup, it seems, almost on a daily basis, trying to find the right combination. from the stretch now. That's a 110 right-handed fly ball into right field. That's a routine for Canigliaro. He'll take it for the first out. And the batter will be Paul Shaw. Shaw walked his first time up. Osinski from the stretch. 2-4 right-handed foul ball behind the plate. Ryan going back to get it. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Chance, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Osinski. 2-7 struck him out. So a fine 2 innings out of Osinski. No runs, a hit, 1 left, and we're through 3 innings now. 4-0 Angels. The Angels desperately needing a win. Boston would like to win it too. They're not that far out of the race. A little streak by them, they could get back in it. I'm reading the chat now. Yeah, the 84 Tigers. I remember that well. I think 40 games into the season, you could have put all your money on Detroit, couldn't you? We move along to the 4th in this one. George Scott will start it off for Boston. He walked his first time up. Chance gets the sign from Rogers now. The windup, the pitch to Scott. 5-4 right-handed. A fly ball into left and shallow. Reichart coming fast. He's there for out number 1. So Reichart playing deep for Scott had to come a long way to get that one. And here's Canigliaro now. Struck out his first time against Chance. Chance into the windup. 4-7 right-handed, and he walks him. 3rd walk issued by Dean Chance. Canigliaro aboard for Thomas. Thomas grounded to second his first time up today. Chance now working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch on a 4-7 right-handed. He walks him. Back-to-back walks issued by Chance. That's 4 walks issued by Chance on the game now. So Chance with a sudden bout of wildness. And here's Joe Foy. Foy walked himself his first time up. Chance in a bit of a jam now. He leads by 4. First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Foy. 2-8 right-handed, single to 7, but on an 8, it's speared at short by Fregosi. Oh my goodness, Fregosi robbing Foy of a hit, and that's 2 away. And it will be up to Mike Ryan now. First and second, 2 down. Ryan struck out his first time. Chance staring in. 1-6 right-handed. That's a grounder down to 3rd. Shaw has it across to Adcock. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 4th. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. Chance able to work around the pair of walks. And Osinski's going to try to go 3. Could be pushing it a bit. We'll see. Top of the order for the Angels. Fregosi singled and walked, scored both times. Osinski gets the sign from Ryan. Here's the pitch to Fregosi. It's going to be a 1-4 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Petrocelli has it for the first out. Here's Knopp now. Walked and tripled. Osinski with the windup. 410 right-handed. That's a base hit into right field. Knopp just reached out and pushed it the other way. And he's been on base all 3 times today. No threat to steal. Here's Willie Smith now. Smith 0 for 2. Osinski staring in from the stretch. Pitch to Willie, a 6-7 and left-handed as a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Jones, 4E34. Here's the play on an 18. Jones has it to Petrocelli for 1, and that'll be all. They'll settle for the force. 4-6X. Knopp's force, Smith to first. And here's Rick Reichart. 2 away, man on first. Rick 0 for 2 today. Osinski with the pitch to Reichart. 6-3 right-handed is a fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Yaz. About as good as you want to be out there at a 1E6. Yaz on his horse. Here's the pitch, or the play rather. 13 is the E rating. It's that dreaded 5 on an E6. And oh my goodness, it's a 2-base error on Yastrzemski. I can hardly believe it myself. Smith stops at third. Second error for the Red Sox. So even the best make errors. Holy cow. You're right, Perry. Yeah, well, I got to go back a ways now. I'm loving this, by the way, though. It's not as easy for me to keep up, so I apologize for that, but I am just loving this active chat. Exactly, Kenyon. The Sox have the bats to come back, but a little tougher against Chance. And, you know, you can see on the Tigers, I mean, I start with Whitaker Trammell, right? I mean, when you've got a middle infield of all-around talent like that, you're already a leg up on all the other teams. Kind of like the Reds with Morgan and Concepcion, similar. And Perry Fregosi has batted all over the lineup. It's almost like Rigney's drawing these things out of a hat, it feels like sometimes. Okay, here's the situation. Second and third because of the error now. 2 away. Joe Adcock at the plate. Osinski trying to shut the door on the fourth. Here's the pitch to Adcock. 2-5 right-handed. Base hit up the middle. It's an open single. Smith can walk home. Reichart can try to score. He's a 13 with 2 outs, 15. To center is Thomas. A 0, 1-15, they're going to send him. The throw from Thomas, he scores. A 2 RBI single for Adcock. And it is now 6-0. And one more hit or walk will fatigue Osinski, who's due to lead off the 5th, by the way. So here's Rogers, 2 for 2. Osinski from the stretch. 6-5 left-handed is a grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Rico Petrocelli, a 2E38. Rico into the hole. Here's the play on an 18. He's got it. Plants and throws in time, and the side is retired. So 6-3X, Rogers is out. 2 more for the Angels on 2 hits. Both of those runs are unearned. After 4 complete, it is 6-0. So we can close the book now on Osinski. The Red Sox will be sending up a pinch hitter for Osinski to lead off the 5th. Osinski did a fine job, though. 3 innings. That is where he came in, right? Yes, because he pitched 3 innings. 3 hits allowed. He allowed 2 unearned runs. Did not walk a batter. And struck out 3. So undermined by the error, but other than that, Osinski did a fine job. I'm laughing at Frank's comment. You know, I have a friend who actually is under the illusion that some of this stuff is going to be treasured by his wife. I told him, I says, "Are you kidding me? She won't be able to wait to back the truck up and throw that stuff out." So we need a pinch hitter for the Red Sox as we move along to the 5th here. Well, let's see who's going to take the long job for the Red Sox. Why not? Lonborg. He's got the usage. He's got the card. And the batter is going to be Jim Gosker, a left-handed hitter. Gosker appeared in this game in real life. Gosker on the season so far, just 9 for 45, 200 even. He does have 1 home run. Chance into the windup now. Pitch to Gosker on a 2-9 right-handed. Struck him out. So Gosker down on strikes. For some reason, Gosker reminded me of Gary Geiger. 2 home runs in yesterday's game. And I got a nice message with the YouTube link to the Bob Costas story about Gary Geiger. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen that one, check it out. Just type in Bob Costas Geiger or Bob Costas Strat, something like that, into the search. It'll pop right up. It's a great story. Costas, of course, a Strat-O-Matic player. Here's Petrocelli with 1 away. Chance into the windup. Pitch to Rico, a 3-10 right-handed as a grounder to second base. Knopp has it smoothly over to Adcock, 2 down. So Chance staked to a 6-run lead, coming right after him and sailing right along today. And here's Dalton Jones, 1 for 2, the only Boston hit of the day, in fact. The pitch for Chance is a 3-10 right-handed, a liner right into the glove of Fregosi, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dean Chance. Lonborg will come in now for Boston. Lonborg in the replay, 1-1 with a save. He's made 2 starts, 6 relief appearances, an ERA of 4.13. Relief rating of 4. I always enjoy the Kenyon comment about only the married man stay 9 innings in a blowout. And there is Franklin. Right on time, late, as predicted. Hope your day's going well, sir. We move to the bottom of the 6th and the bottom of the Angel lineup. Jose Cardinal to start it off against Jim Lonborg, the 3rd Red Sox pitcher of the afternoon. Lonborg into the windup. Here it is, a 1-7 right-handed, a fly ball to center field. Ranging back is Thomas, and he'll take it for the first out. Paul Shaw will be the hitter now. 0 for 1 with a walk. Lonport settles in now, delivers 2-6 right-handed, and he walks him. Second walk of the day for Shaw. And that's going to bring up Chance. Chance and A. Bunner with a 6-run lead. I kind of feel like that would just be rubbing salt in the wound at this point. So he's going to hit away. Struck out twice. Lonborg from the stretch, 2-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Does it count as a hat trick if it's the pitcher batting? Chance has struck out 3 times today. And with 2 away, the batter will be Jim Fregosi. Fregosi 1 for 2 with a walk. He's stolen 2 bases today. Came into the game with only 1 stolen base on the season. So he took advantage of Stevenson. And now he's facing Lonborg. Lonborg with the pitch. 6-7 right-handed. A grounder to second base X. That's Dalton Jones again. 4E34. Boy, not only do they have a 4E34 at second, but they keep hitting him down there. Here it is on a 4. He's not going to get that one. That's going to go for a single. Hang on, there was a runner on too. For a single, 2 stars. Shaw takes third. First and third, 2 down. Here is Knopp. Knopp has not been retired today. 2 hits and a walk. Lonborg now gets the sign. Pitch to Knopp, 6-8 right-handed, fly to center field. That's playable for Thomas. Comes in a bit and takes it for the 3rd out. So no runs, a hit, 2 left on. We're through 5. It's 6-0, California. I'm catching up on the chat now. A couple of these guys have wives that love Strat-O-Matic. That's pretty rare. Frank's cards are in cellophane sleeves. I've seen guys do that. That's really a good way to go. It's kind of too late for me to do something like that. Well, Frank, I'm 68 and I have some issues. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to be leaving your cards to me. You know, my ex-wife didn't understand things. And what I told her, what she didn't understand, is that I'm always frank and earnest with women. Frank when I'm in Chicago and earnest when I'm in New York. Okay, to the 6th we go. Yastrzemski to lead things off for Boston. Yaz 0 for 2 today. Chance pitching a gem here, gentlemen. Here's the windup for Yaz. 6-7 left-handed as a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Knopp. Gold Glover, 1E17. Behind the bag now. Here's the play on a 1. Diving stop behind the bag. Oh my God, what a stop to his feet. Throws in time. What a freaking play by Bobby Knopp on a 1. Only a 1 second baseman could have made that play. 4-3X, and it is a web gem. And Yastrzemski robbed of a base hit by Bobby Knopp. And we've got a new face, I think, in the group, Jester. Welcome, Jester. Glad to have you. Yeah, we got quite a crowd gathered here today. Kind of a one-sided affair so far. A fine performance by Dean Chance, however, as he faces George Scott with 1 down. Scott 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance into the windup now. That's going to be a 6-4 right-handed as the dice finally settles. A grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Fregosi, a 2E36. Jim into the hole. Here's the play. On a 5, nice diving stop by Fregosi, and he's to his feet and throws him out. Nice play, Fregosi. So the Angels flashing the leather here in the 6th. Fregosi takes a possible hit away from Scott, and with 2 out, it's Tony Conigliaro. Dean Chance for the pitch. That's going to be a 5-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And a 1-2-3 inning for Chance, aided by his fielders. Through 5.5, it's 6-0 California. Jim Lonborg will come out for his second inning of work today. Facing the heart of the order, Smith, Reichart, and Adcock. Willie Smith 0 for 3 in his first start of the season. Lonborg into the windup. Pitch to Smith, a 3-6 right-hander to grounder down to first. Scott has it. He'll take it himself. 1 away, and Rick Reichart will come to bat. Reichart 0 for 3, reached twice on errors. Lonborg into the windup. 1-3 right-handed, base hit into left field. So Reichart joins the hit parade, and he's on with 1 away. Star 15 Steeler, Lonborg a -2, making him a 13, and they will not hold him. Doubtful he'd try to go with a 6-run lead. And the batter will be Adcock, 1 for 2 with a walk. Lonborg getting the sign now. I remember Lonborg with the Phillies late in his career. 1-6 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Lonborg fans Adcock, 2 down. And here's Bob Rogers, the catcher. Rogers 2 for 3 today. Batting lefty against Lonborg now. Here's the pitch from the stretch. 2-8 right-handed is a grounder to second. Dalton Jones has it to Scott, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left, and we're through 6. Angels 6, Red Sox nothing. Absolutely so. Yes, sir. 67. That one I don't have memory of, I have to admit. I've read about it, of course. I hadn't got the bug yet. Most of you guys know it was the 68 World Series that gave me the baseball bug. To the 7th we go. Thomas, Foy, and Ryan to bat for the Red Sox. If anybody gets on, we'll have a batter for Lonborg. So here's George Thomas now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance into the windup. The pitch is a 2-6 right-handed. Struck him out. And let's see how many we've got now. That's 4. 5, 6, that's 7 Ks for Dean Chance. Well, that's noteworthy as Joe Foy comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance into the windup. Pitch to Foy, a 5-8 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. K number 8 for Lonborg. And welcome OCU. Perhaps one of the other players in the chat can help OCU out with that question. 2 down, and here's Ryan, 0 for 2. Chance gets the sign now. The pitch to Ryan, 1-8. It's a little tapper towards short. Fregosi coming in on it now. Throws across, and the side is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Chance, who's now retired 11 in a row. Boy, Chance can smell it now. 6-run lead, sailing along. One more inning for Lonborg, who will do to bat first in the 8th. And welcome Captain Carl. Good answer, Franklin. Yes, sir. I should have thought of that. Go to the Strat-O-Matic baseball website. Should be everything you need to know there. Okay, bottom of the 7th, Jose Cardinal to start it off. Lonborg into his 3rd inning of work. He's rated 4 for relief endurance, so no issues there. Jose 0 for 3 today. Here's the windup on the pitch from Lonborg. It's a 4-7 right-handed, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to Cardinal. Cardinal, a star 17 stealer. He'll have to be held on. That'll make him a 15. Shaw will bat away. He's walked twice, fouled out to the catcher today. Lonborg now working out of the stretch. 4-7 right-handed, ball 4. Lonborg suddenly losing it here in the 7th. He's walked the first 2 batters. And here's Chance. Chance will swing away. That'll be a 2-8 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Chance strikes out for the 4th time today. Thought briefly about laying it down, but with a 6-run lead, why? So 1 away, top of the order with Fregosi coming up. 2 for 3 with a walk. Lonborg staring in now from the stretch, delivers. 2-6 right-handed, and he walks him to load the bases. Oh my goodness. 3 walks in the inning for Lonborg. It's not a fatigue inning. Right, left, right. I guess they could... Out to the mound is Billy Herman. Ryan going out. Thank you, Perry. Yeah, I can believe that. It just doesn't seem right. Yeah, I've just read Kenyon's comment too. I don't see a point taking him out. He needs to suck it up. Okay, the conference on the mound has been broken up. Bases are loaded with 1 away, and here's Knopp. Lonborg, the full windup. Pitch to Knopp. That's a 2-8 right-handed grounder to second base, but all runners will advance. Jones had to go far to his left to make the play. His only play to first, and a run will score. Cardinal crosses the plate. Shaw down to third, Fregosi to second, and there's 2 down, second and third now. And here's Willie Smith. Willie 0 for 4. Lonborg staring in. Pitch to Smith. 2-4 right-handed, lazy fly ball to left field. Yastrzemski settling under it, and that will do it. The Angels, however, add on another run without the aid of a hit, thanks to a momentary bout of wildness by Jim Lonborg, and they lead it 7-0 after 7. Leading off the 8th, we will have a hitter for Lonborg. Thought about letting him just go. Let's see what they've got for length out there. See, they used Radats trailing in real life. That's good enough for me. Radats will get loose. Lonborg worked 3. Gave up just 2 hits, but he was his own worst enemy by walking 4. Struck out 3. Batting for Lonborg. What the heck? I normally don't do this, but we're going to do it anyway. Bob Tillman's going to hit. Tillman, the other Red Sox catcher. If we really got in a bind, let's just check it here to make sure before I do this. I think they have a computer-only catcher. They don't, but Thomas can catch. So an emergency situation developed, we could go that way. So here's Tillman to lead things off. Tillman on the season, hitting .302. 13 for 43. No homers, 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Chance. 2-11 right hand. That's a base hit into left field. Tillman with a pinch hit single to start off the 8th. And the batter will be Rico Petrocelli. Rico 0 for 3 today. Chance working on a shutout here in the 8th. That's only the second hit he's allowed. The first one was way back in the first inning, a single by Dalton Jones. Chance working from the stretch. Pitch to Rico. 5'9" right-handed. Swung on and missed strike 3. Should be noted that Chance is in his second endurance inning. 1 down, and here's Dalton Jones. Chance from the stretch. Here he comes. The pitch to Jones. 5-3. Base hit into right field. Open single. Tillman, however, extremely slow and trailing by 6. He will hold up at second. And now there's action in the Angel pen as one more hitter walk will fatigue Chance. Minnie Rojas throwing down there. Tillman at third, Jones at first. And here's Carl Yastrzemski. And there's Baseball Redo. Welcome. I want to thank you guys all for joining me today. This has been fun. Chance would really like to get that shutout, but he's on the ropes now. Roger's out to have a chat with him. First and second, 1 away. Here's Yaz. Chance working out of the stretch. 6'6" left-handed is a single 2 stars, and that is going to be it. The run will score, and that knocks Chance out as he is now fatigued. Jones takes third, and it's 6-1. And here comes Rigney. 3 right-handed batters due up. It will be Minnie Rojas. What a shame for Chance. I tell you, I hate it when the good pitchers, or really any pitchers, lose a shutout that late in the game. I love to see those starters throw a complete game shutout. Something we don't see anymore, of course. maybe once every other blue moon, right? So for Chance, his day is done. He goes 7 1/3. Just 4 hits today. He walked 4, struck out 9. A fine performance by Chance. Only allowed 1 run so far. Runners at the corners, his responsibility. Right-hander Mini Rojas coming in. Rojas, a pretty good car. Let's see what his numbers are on the season. In the replay so far, Rojas 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA. No shit, Ben, right? Unless I'd be happy with you, I'd be happy to see a complete game. So here's the situation. 7-1 Angels, first and third, 1 away, and George Scott at the plate. George 0 for 2 with a walk. Rojas ready to work now. Gets the sign. Pitch to Scott on a 2-11 right-hander to grounder to first base. That's knocked down by Adcock. His only play is going to be to Rojas covering, and another run will score. Jones crosses the plate. Yastrzemski down to second. Scott picks up an RBI on the play, and it's 7-2. 2 down, and the batter will be Tony Canigliaro. Tony struck out twice, walked once. Rojas staring in now. Here's the pitch to Tony. 1-6 right-handed. He struck him out. So the Red Sox come up with 2 runs on 3 hits and leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th in a 7-2 game. Well, let's take a minute and look at that. Here's the ground ball super advanced, Perry. Man on third. Infield in. Ground ball A is 1. That's batter out, runners hold. It's the ground ball B where the lead man is out. Number 7, batter safe, lead runner out, other runners advance 1 base. The ground ball C is the same as the A. But it changes a bit. See, second and third is the exact same as third only. Second and third, it changes slightly. The ground ball B remains the same, but the A and C become an 8. Batter out, runner on third holds, other runner advances. And it's slightly different on the basic ground ball chart. So here's Raddatz, the 4th Boston pitcher of the day. He's coming on to handle the 8th. Raddatz on the season, he's been in 5 games with an 8.10 ERA, no record. Not the best year for Dick Raddatz, who was a good relief pitcher, as I remember right. He'll be facing Reichart, Adcock, and Rogers in the bottom of the inning. Rick Reichart 1 for 4 today. The runner is out at home on a B. And if the bases are loaded, he's also out on an A and a C. Reichart 1 for 4. The pitch from Raddatz. Now that's going to be a 6-8 right-handed triple to 2. That's down for a base hit on a roll of a 5. And Reichart has his second hit of the ball game. $14 not held. Adcock will swing away. Adcock 1 for 3 with a walk. Radats from the stretch. 5-8 right-handed grounder to second base X. That could be 2, but that's Jones again. 4E34. Here's the play. On a 7, he makes the play. Runner will advance on a ground ball C. So Jones had to range to his left for that. His only play to first. Reichart will take second. With 1 out, the batter is Bob Buck Rogers. Rogers 2 for 4 today. Knocked in a pair in the first with a double. Radats with the pitch. 5-12 lefty is a grounder to second X. It's Jones again. How many X plays is that to Dalton Jones? 4E34. Here's the play. Error range of 5 on a 34, and he boots it. Third Boston error of the day. Second error for Dalton Jones. I tell you, this Red Sox have got to stop playing Jones at second. First and third, 1 out. Here's Jose Cardinal. 0 for 3. Walked his last time up. Infield at double play depth now. Radats out of the stretch. 6-6 right-handed, and he walks him to load the bases. Bases loaded, 1 away, bottom of the 8th. Angels already lead at 7-2, and here's Paul Shaw, who's walked 3 times today. Radats, full windup. Pitch to Shaw on a 2-5, grounder to second C. A run will score on that. All runners will move up. Reichart will cross the plate. Rogers to third, Cardinal down to second. And it's 8-2. 2 away. Rojas will bat. He's a 1W right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch now from Radats on a 4-7. He walks the pitcher. Holy crap. The bases are loaded again. Here's Fregosi with the bases juiced and 2 down. Radats staring in now, full windup. Pitch to Fregosi, 4-10 right-handed. He walks in a run. I would take him out, but there's really no point at this juncture. Fregosi gets an RBI on that. And it's 10-2. We've officially got a laugher. I actually think we had a laugher a while back. You know, Ben, I think the Red Sox are getting close to that in today's game. Here's Knopp. The pitch from Radats. 3-6 right-handed. He pops him up. And that's going to be taken by Petrocelli, and mercifully for the Red Sox, the inning comes to a close. 2 more for the Angels. 1 unearned. They leave the bases juiced. And we go to the 9th and 10-2 laugher. Sorry, 9, excuse me. 9-2 laugher. Rojas trying to nail it down now. Thomas, Foy, and Ryan standing in his way. Rojas gets the sign from Rogers. Pitch to Thomas is a 5-12 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That's Knopp, 1E17. Knopp behind the bag. Here's the play on a 7. He's got it. Throws him out. That's 1. So 4-3X, Thomas retired. A lot of X plays to second base today, too. Here's Foy now. 0 for 2 with a walk. Rojas with the hit. 3-6 right-handed. Struck him out. And the Sox are down to their final out, and it will be Mike Ryan. It'll have to be Ryan. They've already used Tillman to pinch hit. So here's the pitch to Ryan. 112 right-handed, little slow roller to first. It's a race to the bag. Adcock gets there first, and the game is over. Nine to 2 the final. Let me add these up again. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why did I think it was 10? Well, we'll see when I enter it manually into the Strat-O-Matic Windows game. I'll have the totals for you in just a minute. That was a lot of fun for a blowout. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Hit that like button for me on your way out. I'll get the totals here for you. Rojas worked 1 2/3. Chance's run did score. Wait, both the Chance's runs scored. Both runs charged to Chance. No hits, no runs, 2 Ks for Rojas. Chance with the win, improves to 4-3. Stevenson, of course, takes the loss. He drops to 1-3, and the real question is, how did he ever win one? Radats in his one inning of whatever you want to call it. He walked 3. So the totals on the game for the Angels: 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Red Sox 2 runs, just 4 hits and 3 errors, 2 of them by second baseman Dalton Jones. Player of the game. Well, you know, Chance was cruising towards it with the shutout. Now we'll have to look at it. Three RBI game for Adcock. Fregosi reached 5 out of 6 times, 2 hits and 3 walks. It looks to me like it's still Chance, even though he didn't finish it. He only gave up 4 hits. He was basically dominant all day. I'm not going to hold it against him that he didn't finish it. I'm going to call Chance the player of the game. The Angels, a much-needed win, improves to 10-16. Boston drops to 11-14. Thanks again, everybody. Hey, let's take a look ahead and see what's on the slate for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Baltimore Orioles with the Cleveland Indians. That's going to be Jim Palmer against Sam McDowell. 1:30 p.m. Pacific. That sounds to me like a can't-miss matchup. We'll hope for a little closer game, huh? And there's Kurt Miller. He likes Knopp for the defense. I know who it's not, Dalton Jones. And as someone else mentioned, the whole Red Sox pitching staff today. Oh, is that right, Captain Carl? That's kind of funny and kind of sad at the same time. It looks like Mookie's waking up right on cue, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to feed the cat and feed myself. So everybody, thanks again for hanging out with me. Take care. Hopefully see you tomorrow for Palmer and McDowell. Have a great evening, everyone.